Hey everyone, it's Max and Anna, and today we have a special episode for you. In our last video, we promised to talk about insects in summer. But our plans changed. We felt there was a more important topic for you today.
If you're still curious about insects, don't worry. That idea isn't gone. Just leave a comment and we'll come back to it later. Today, we're talking about motivation instead. It's about not giving up and moving forward, even when life gets hard. By the way, if we sound too fast, YouTube has an easy fix. Just go to the video settings and lower the playback speed, maybe to 0.75.
Do you enjoy spending time with us? Maybe over coffee or on your way to work? If so, please like this video and check out our channel to subscribe. That way, you won't miss any new episodes.
This really matters to us. It helps more people find this podcast, people who might really need it. Thank you for being here. So, shall we start?
Yes, let's go. Anna, when you hear the word success, what comes to mind?
Honestly, a big stage, applause, maybe a lot of money in the bank.
Most people think the same way. But the more I think about it, the more I realize something. Real success looks completely different.
So what does it look like, in your opinion?
Success is simply not stopping. Even when it's boring. Even when it's slow. Even when nobody's applauding.
Beautifully said. Do you have an example?
Sure. I have a younger sister. She's 23, still in university.
What happened with her?
A year ago, she decided to become a blogger. She started a channel and made 3 or 4 videos. Almost nobody watched them, so she just gave up.
A lot of people do that. They start with big energy, then burn out within a week.
By the way, let's pause for a second. Today's code word is don't give up. Now, back to the story. The saddest part? Your first videos are almost never your best ones. It takes time to understand what viewers actually like. Now imagine this. What if she'd made 30 or 40 videos instead? Not just 3 or 4. Sooner or later, the algorithm would have noticed her. That's honestly how it usually works.
So it's not about becoming a star right away.
Exactly. It's about simply not quitting too early.
You know what's interesting? The first few weeks are exactly when results aren't visible yet, and that's exactly when most people give up.
Right, because our brain expects a quick reward, and there isn't one. There's only boring repetition, day after day. You know, when I picture a big goal, it feels like a mountain. Getting my English close to native level, for example.
Yeah, I get that. I felt something similar when I decided to run 5 kilometers. It seemed completely impossible, just like that same mountain you're talking about.
So, how did you manage it?
My coach told me something very similar back then. A big goal isn't one giant leap. It's 1,000 small steps.
So, today you run 5 minutes, tomorrow 7, next week 10. And at some point, 5 kilometers doesn't feel impossible anymore.
Exactly. You don't need to jump from 0 to 5 kilometers in one day.
It's the same with language. It might seem like you need thousands of words to speak confidently. And yeah, that does sound like a huge wall. But here's an interesting detail. The 1,000 most common English words cover about 85% of everyday conversation.
Wait, that's actually not that many.
Exactly. Divide 1,000 words by 365 days in a year. That's only about 3 new words a day. A pretty small daily step.
After a year, at that pace, you can hold a conversation pretty confidently. That works in most everyday situations. Not perfect, but genuinely comfortable for daily life. That's why a small step every day beats one big push once a month.
Every new word, every short conversation, every podcast episode like ours. That's another small stone on the path.
A friend of mine had a similar approach. She decided to write at least one sentence in English every day.
Just one sentence?
Yes, and she never negotiated that rule with herself. It was like brushing your teeth. You don't decide every morning whether to do it.
So it's not if I feel like it. It's just a given.
Exactly. Psychologists call this non-negotiable, something you simply don't negotiate with yourself about.
I have a similar story with reading. I decided to read 1 page before bed, no matter how tired I am.
And how's that going?
Almost every day. Even on a hard day, that 1 page is something I fully control.
That's the whole point of non-negotiable. It's not about the size, it's about consistency.
I love that idea. The mountain is huge, but it's made of small, non-negotiable steps. You don't need to conquer the whole mountain today. Just take your 1 step.
Let's talk about something nobody likes: discomfort.
Oh, my favorite topic.
Our brain loves comfort. The couch, the phone, familiar food, the same old routine.
And it really does feel nice. But the person you'll become in a year lives outside that comfort zone.
Speaking English in front of people for the first time feels scary. It's like climbing a hill against the wind. Your heart races, and your brain screams, "Stay quiet, run away."
Same thing happened to me the first time I went to the gym. Everyone around me looked like a superhero, and I felt like a cute potato.
A cute potato. But here's the thing. Starting something new at 30 or 40 feels too late. It's really not too late. It's just uncomfortable.
The same thing happens when you order coffee in English abroad. Your hands get sweaty, and you repeat the phrase 3 times in your head. Then the barista just smiles and hands you your coffee. Right away, you realize it wasn't nearly as scary as it seemed. That's exactly how confidence grows. Not from one big leap, from lots of small, uncomfortable moments you got through.
It helps to keep one simple phrase in mind. Uncomfortable now, stronger later. Sometimes that lazy inner voice says, "Why bother? Just scroll your phone." When that happens, just tell yourself, "Snap out of it."
You know what I love most about this idea? You can start over literally any moment. Not just on January 1st or on a Monday. A lot of people say, "I tried, I quit. It's just not for me. I'm just lazy." Or, "I haven't studied English in 2 years. That's it. I missed my chance. I'm behind forever."
But that's not true. It's just a story we tell ourselves to feel better and make excuses. The old story goes like this: I always quit. The new version: I used to quit. Now I'm learning to finish things. And this whole new story begins with one tiny, boring first sentence. Something like today's 10 minutes of English. Or a simple decision: I'm not done with myself yet.
I like that it doesn't sound like some big, dramatic promise. Just a small, honest step today. No drama. By the way, we have a little something for anyone who's listened this far.
Oh, right. There was a code word earlier in this video. Write it in the comments.
And tell us what topics you'd like to hear in future episodes.
In our next video, we'll talk about something real. How to stop feeling left behind in learning a language. It's a really honest topic, and I have a feeling a lot of you know it well.
If this episode helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit the bell so you never miss a new episode.
Thanks for being here with us today. Remember, slow is okay. Tired is okay too. The only thing that really stops your story is you stopping yourself.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.